Hey good people, it's the new moon and time to set some intentions. My name is Rick Aster, and this reading is especially for setting intentions at the new moon. At the end of February 2025, you'll want to pick an area of focus, maybe a few of them, something that you can ground into reality in the 2 weeks between the new moon and the full moon that follows. And of course, that's 2 weeks later. My name is Rick Aster. The first card comes from the Earth Magic Oracle cards, and it is River. So there's something about the flow and continuity of things. I'll get some cards now from the tarot deck, the Lightseer's Tarot. We'll get some details here about what's going on for the current situation. Queen of Swords in reverse, High Priestess in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse. So this is kind of messy. There's some secrets, some confusion. You could call it some messed up energy. Something's happened to throw you or throw someone out of balance so that they're in a position of fear and trying to control the situation with an incorrect picture of it. Now, where things are going, or where you're trying to get to, the Star, some hope and healing, Knight of Wands in reverse, trying to get things moving in some way, and Nine of Cups in reverse. Look at all these reversals. So, feeling incomplete, feeling like you're not enough, that you don't have or don't deserve the things that you want. This is as much of a problem as the starting point was, except that we have this hope. There's some sign of a change that's needed. Now, in thoughts, the Devil. Okay, well, there we go. There's something out of place in the way you're thinking of the situation, or in the way you're thinking of yourself. In the feelings, Page of Cups. Poetry is more powerful than evil in this case, and that's actually true in general. But that's quite a juxtaposition there, where you're going to find some irony, or you're going to find some symbolism that's going to help make everything clear. The supportive energies, Eight of Pentacles. Well, work is always a supportive energy. We keep working at something. You'll almost always get somewhere. And the outcome, the Tower. So this thing that has to change, it's finally going to fall down in the end. So this doesn't look that hopeful, except that we have the Star card there and where things are headed. That says that even though it looks bleak, this is headed toward something better. And I didn't ask a question, but two cards flipped over in the deck, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. And they were both upright, so if we're starting to see upright cards after so many reversals, that's a sign of coming out of confusion in this case. But of course, it's the Devil that I'm especially interested in here. What is the problem with the thinking or the cognition about the situation. And the card flipping over is the King of Wands. So it's kind of like not wanting to believe that things are as bad as they look. And the fact that the King of Wands is in the upright says that things really are not as bad as they look. But there's a sort of stiffness about the thinking of wanting to see it as better than it is that's getting in the way of seeing it for the potential that it represents. So how do we get to see the potential? Let me get another card here, because that's the big question. Where is this potential going to become visible? Where is it going to show up? It's clear, though, already that we're talking about a change in the way we're looking at things. Well, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So meditate, stop, take a new look at things. It's going to take a period of rest and getting away from things, like take the Saturday off is what this card is kind of saying. Don't simply work every day, but sometimes things have to come to a stop so that you can get a different perspective. And the moon. Okay, and the reason this is going to take some time is that this is something that you're not that familiar with. You haven't seen it before. You don't really know what it's about. It's kind of mysterious. You're going into the mysteries, so you don't expect it to go at the speed of other things that you've done recently. Now I'll look at the Tower, because of course that's interesting. We don't usually get the Tower as the outcome of a situation. I have 7 of Wands in reverse, so some kind of protective barrier or edge is going to go away. Something that's there as a protective mechanism but doesn't really function. And I want a card also on the supportive energies. How are we supposed to be working on this situation? The 4 of Cups. Well, so work is going to be discouraging, but the point is to keep going with it. You'll lick your wounds, figure out what went wrong, try to figure out where the potential really is. That's still a little confusing, so let me get another card there. Well, okay, Ace of Swords. So it's after a period of reflection that you'll come upon the new idea that'll let you try something else. And it's not one new idea in this case. You'll probably have to do this several times to get to the real answer. But there it is, a situation that looks problematic, and you'll have to chip away at it to get to what's really going on. Now some advice to close up. Rainbow. It's going to sound like a cliche in the middle of this mess, but be aware of how much you have going for you, how much has gone well, all the resources that you can bring to bear. Try to find a space of gratitude or appreciation somewhere in the middle of all this. That will help. So good luck with that new moon intention and bringing it into reality, bringing it down to the ground. sometime in the next couple of weeks. Happy new moon.